했는데.
Even though she coughed up blood at night, she still had to wait on her mother-in-law during the day. One small misstep would draw insults, and sometimes even brutal beatings. Still, she kept a smile on her face every day, and did the housework with great care. Meanwhile, her daughter stood by watching casually. The husband could no longer hold back his anger. He snatched the cleaning rag and told their daughter to do the wiping, yet the daughter simply ignored him. The father demanded to know why she would not mop the floor. Did she not feel the slightest sympathy for her mother? Or did she see her mother as nothing more than a servant? Sensing her father's strange mood, the daughter immediately pulled him out into the yard to ask what was wrong. That was when she learned her mother had cancer. She asked her father whether surgery would make her mother better. The father gave a reluctant nod. Seeing that his daughter had not caught on to the full truth, he thought for a long time, and still decided to tell his wife about the illness. But the optimistic wife thought she had no serious symptoms, believing it was only early-stage cancer. In the end, the husband could not bring himself to tell her the full truth, and his eyes welled up with silent tears. On the day the wife went to the hospital, her mother-in-law acted completely out of character, clinging to her legs. She wept and begged her daughter-in-law to take her along. The old woman seemed to sense what was happening. While waiting for her surgery at the hospital, the wife worried not about her own condition, but whether her mother-in-law was being properly cared for at home. At that moment, her gambling-addicted younger brother showed up out of nowhere. He had come for money. He demanded 10 million right off the bat. She refused to give it to him, and her brother flew into a furious tirade. He said her sickness and hospitalization were karmic retribution, and demanded she hand over the money their parents had left behind. But he had already gambled all that money away. She tossed her medical funds over to him, and told him the password was the anniversary of their mother's death. Ignoring his own wife's attempts to stop him, the brother took the money and left, leaving her heartbroken alone in the hospital. Soon she was wheeled into the operating room. Looking at her badly damaged internal organs, the husband's eyes filled with tears. After the surgery, everyone appeared unusually cheerful. None of them knew the operation had accomplished nothing at all. Only the husband stayed nowhere to be seen. He had no idea how to face his wife, and numbed himself non-stop with work. The professor could not bear to watch him carry on like this. He said he needed to tell his wife the truth, and let their children know about their mother's condition, so they would get the chance to say goodbye in her final days. That night he met his daughter at a restaurant, and told her how grave her mother's situation was, but the daughter refused to believe her father. He had made a medical mistake in the past, and as a doctor, how could he have let his mother's illness get this bad? She went to see the professor. Once she confirmed the truth, she broke down in tears. She hated herself for never having treated her mother well. She told her younger brother about their mother's condition. The brother fell apart emotionally. He had never gotten the chance to honor his mother. At least their older sister had given their mother pocket money after starting work. He had done nothing for her except bring her trouble. He went to his father, crying and asking if there was any way to extend their mother's life, so she could see him get into university with her own eyes. He swore he would pass the entrance exam this time for sure, but the father had no more solutions left. Hearing this, the son burst out crying. That night, the wife woke up in terrible pain after surgery. She grabbed food and ate large mouthfuls, telling herself eating enough would make her body heal. The next day her husband came to take her home from the hospital. A few days after returning home, the wife noticed large dark bruises appearing all over her body. Still, her mother-in-law seemed unaware how gravely ill her daughter-in-law was, and treated her exactly as before. Fortunately, the children matured overnight. The once dejected son began studying seriously for his retake college exam. The daughter also learned to do housework. This filled the wife's heart with great relief.